Welcome back to another episode of Togl. Well, as I said on the last episode, we're up here now. We've got to get these grapevines planted. Now, we haven't been able to get up here for a couple of days because of the rain. Not only rain, but last night we had a couple of centimetres of snow. By the time we've got up here this morning, most of it has melted off, but you can see there's a little bit on the logs around here, and up on the hills there's a little bit of other snow around. Further up there's a lot more snow, but if we had been here last night and first thing this morning right on light, there would have been a good centimetre or two of snow here. Friends of ours up the road put some photos up, and yeah, they had a nice white covering of snow. So anyway, I guess that's pretty cool. So we've got a lot to get done in this episode. So first thing we want to do is I want to get the gate fixed where I knocked that log down on my head. We've got to get that back up. Then we've got to get stuck into getting those grapevines done. If there's any time after that, we need to get a bit of timber milling done. So we'll see how we go. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So I've pulled these bolts out. These are the bolts that I put in. These are the bolts I'm now going to replace them with. So an extra bit of length in there, which will hopefully hold it in a bit better. Not that I plan on trying to push it off again, but anyway, let's go with some longer bolts. You can hear in the background the tractor's warming up, so I'm going to get these bolts in ready. We will then lift it up over, ready to go. We will need to put ratchet straps around like I did last time, pull the posts in together, lower this in, get it all secured. We'll get that done, then we'll get on with the grapevines. Put it up on here, right?
Yeah, and I think I had the thick log that way, so that end goes to there.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, so if you want to start her up.
Yeah. Do you want to be inside? Have you got a ladder here?
Yeah, I do have a ladder up there.
Do you want the ladder?
I will need to go and get the ladder, yeah. So maybe stop the camera.
I'll go get the ladder. This weather's changing by the minute. 1 minute it's freezing cold, the next minute it's hot again.
Ah, you bastard! Long lever!
Open the bucket. There you go. Come on down. That's right, I can edit it out. Or I might find it funny to leave it in. Probably. Okay, so beam is back up, which means this post is back in where it should be, which means this is now latching correctly as it should be. So job done, on to the next task. before I head down here, I've never crossed here before, so I'm just going to check it out and see if I think I can get the tractor down through there or not. After coming back across that swampy area again and looking at this view from this side, there's just too many things that could go wrong to try and go across here at the moment without trying to actually carve out a road, which I haven't got time for right now. So like you look here, you've got, that's quite a drop right there. All it would take is one wheel to go in one of them and they're scattered all up through here. It's enough of a tilt on a tractor that's not steady, because tractors are inherently unstable, for that to go over. Then if I get to the bottom, I reckon I'm going to sink in that. It is squishy. I was sinking like that deep just with my weight, so multiply that by 20 times and the weight of the tractor, I think she's going to bog in. So we're just going to, this is the way I will build a road eventually, but I need a few days dedicated to put a road through here. So for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to head out around through the paddocks the same way as you saw us at the end of the last video. We'll take the tractor around that way. We'll go and get started. We've got to get these vines in the ground. It is 10:30. Let's get cracking.
Hey.
Some good old bush mechanics.
So as you can see, we're unloading all these grapevines, making stacks of 10 so you can count them. It was sunny about 5 minutes ago, and now, I don't know if you can catch some, it is hailing. Wild weather Tassie is. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's pretty good. Zoom in. Dad is down there slashing the paddock where the vineyard's going to go. Lovely. Joys of owning a farm, hey? Splashing in the hail. The farmer. Suiting the role quite well.
Splashing in the hail and the snow. Lovely Tassie weather.
This is actually quite a large hill that he's climbing up through, this one. Wipe that lens down for you. So we're in the Vineyard paddock. The Vineyard's just over to my right, and as you can see in the background we have a huge big blackwood tree that's come down. We're going to try and mill some posts out of it for the vineyard, use some as firewood, and utilise it as best as we can. So I'm going to have a crack at getting this pulled down now. Enjoy. Chainsaw, let's get into it. assembly off the chainsaw now. It's starting to rain again. Don't know if I can get it down today, it's pretty sketch. Maybe another day.
Well, back up here again this morning. So as you can see behind me, very frosty morning. So yesterday we didn't do any footage right at the end of the day. We just needed to get those last few vines in. When I say the last few, we actually did our first row. We wanted to get one row of 20 in at least. Turns out we've got 107 vines. So we worked pretty fast, got it in just before it got dark, and we got the first row of 20 in. Crazy weather yesterday, but then right in the afternoon it cleared right up and we had a beautiful clear night, and that is why it's so frosty here, as you can see behind us. But the report is it's going to be a beautiful day, and at the moment there's not a cloud in the sky. As you saw, we could see snow out on the ranges as we drove up here. It's just going to be a spectacular day today. So we need to get the rest of those vines in, and then I want to try and get some timber milling done this afternoon. So let's get into it. Well, this is our first row that we got in yesterday afternoon. We've just followed, we're about 3 meters off the fence line. That there is a bit over 60 meters. We've got 20 grapevines in there, so we're going to come out 2.5 meters, and then we're going to run another line, so we should end up with about 5 lines, 20 vines per line, so it should be quite a nice area up here. And look at the view. We have a vineyard with a view. Should make for happy grapes and great wine. We'll see how we go. So our second row is in, but it was starting to go a little bit crooked. The tractor's sliding a little on that slope. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to decide to, we're going to start going down the hill rather than across the side of the hill. So time to get the next 3 rows done. Okay, well, technically we're more than halfway there. We got that second row put in, as you saw this morning, and then we had 3 more rows to go, and we decided we were going to go down. So what we've done is, on those last 3 rows, we're halfway through that, 5. We just got another 10 more to do, and then that should have that wrapped up. But right now we're going to go and have some lunch because we're getting hungry and it's 2 o'clock. Okay, long afternoon. We took an hour for lunch. We got back up here at 3. It's now 5, so it took us 2 hours to get those last sets of holes done, but we're dug. There's another, so today we've dug, I think it's 84 holes. Anyway, what we need to do now is, this is one of the grapevines. You can see they've still got really long roots on them. So what we have to do is prune these back, just to, you know, leave a couple of inches on there, not a huge amount, so that they go into the hole, and it'll help them strike the roots better when they get into the ground as well. So we'll just trim them back like this. And what we're going to do is, we're just going to quickly trim up the 80 that we need, get them loaded into the trailer, and then we'll drive the car down between the lines and just drop them all into the holes. Then we can run back and get the soil kicked in on them. So we've probably got another 2 hours, which is going to be 7 o'clock. We're going to be here until dark, but we'll get as much of this done as we can. It really is important to get these root balls into the ground. We're expecting another couple of days of rain. We're not going to be able to get up here to do much if it's raining, so we're just going to have to hope that we can get them all in now. We're going to get started. Okay, well, I said we were going to be working until dark. It's now about 10 to 7, and I don't know how much you can see. I've actually got my mobile phone down here against a grapevine, propped up with some light, just so that hopefully you can at least see me a little bit. But going back behind me, we've now got 100 grapevines in this area. We had the 20 yesterday. We've got another 80 in today. Cody and I have been up here working our guts out. We are buggered. It's actually quite cold at the moment, and we're sweating. There's another 7 grapevines over the back that we planted. We actually had 107 exactly. I planted them over the back as spares. If any of these don't make it, at least I can dig one of the ones up that has, transplant it, you know what I mean. Anyway, we've got just enough light to get back, grab the dogs, and head on home for some dinner. Like I said, we're buggered. So, I'm going to wrap up this video here. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this video has turned out well. We've been using mobile phones. My we used the GoPro when we didn't need to do voice because it's still playing up. I've got another little Sony CyberShot, and then I've got a big DSLR. So we're using all these different cameras, trying to see if we can get a video together for you. Hopefully during the week I'll get the GoPro fixed or get a new one or something. But anyway, I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Chuck a like or a comment down below if you have, and share it around with other people. Subscribe if you haven't. Anyway, you know, all that sort of good stuff. We're out of here. That's it for us today. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Cheers.